right now is would say um, finances, and just having so many goals and dreams and ambitions, and I know what it takes to get certain things done, but just not having the proper resources or the proper financial backing to do them. I'm looking into a lot of things. I'm looking into real estate right now, photography. I screenwrite. Um, but just to get to that next phase of professionalism that I have envisioned, it takes just a little bit of more finances. If I could just get just a tiny bit of break, you know what I'm saying? I could make this work, and then in turn invest this into this, and in turn invest this into this. So just having a vision. My biggest struggle would be having a vision but lacking the resources to accomplish them. Freedom means to me, freedom is everything. Um, I remember this quote by Harriet Tubman. She said, "I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves." And there's something about normalizing struggle and normalizing bondage that if someone that came to you and said, "Hey, I can set you free," like, free? I ain't bound. But someone who has been liberated can look at you and see, "Hey, you're not free. There's another level of freedom that you could reach," and that could be mental bondage. That could be emotional bondage. That can be financial bondage, and someone who has been liberated now has, I would say, the obligation, as someone who has been liberated from these things, now has the obligation to turn around and say, "Hey, what else can I do to impact my culture and people who look like me, walk like me, talk like me, think like me, who are still enslaved to the things that I used to be?" Whatever it is, you were a slave to being a racist. You were a slave to lower level thinking. You were a slave to chasing men, chasing women, chasing money. Whatever had you bound, you know, just so captivated that you couldn't think of anything else other than that. you know, I think we should be obligated to set those free amongst us. I feel most guilty when I find myself wasting time. I love to be productive. I love to be about my father's business. I love to help people. And whenever there are times when I'm just living selfishly and just about myself, I'm aware. I'm a very self-aware person, and it's just that the guilt of, man, I could be doing better, or my time with you, I could be better utilizing it, talking about something that means something. If I get around you, we just shooting the breeze. Okay, cool. But if I just all day we talk about bad girls this, housewives that, and I didn't say anything to spark you, the flame in you, ignite you and your dreams, to invest in you somehow, some wisdom, some thought to move you along better in your pursuit of happiness, I feel like I've wasted time. And it just eats me up to know that we can live in this, so we can live in this, we can exist in this life, and we all know that our time here is limited, but still act as if we have so much time when in reality we don't. So I feel most guilty when I'm just wasting my limited time here. I'm most joyous when I've found that I've helped someone discover their true potential, discover them true selves, when a person was clouded in their judgment, and God used me to say something to spark a thought in them, and they say, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't perceive it that way. And helping people, I say my biggest joy is helping others. I was talking with a buddy of mine the other day about growing up as an African American in Compton, urban communities, and I was telling him about how a lot of African Americans, we struggle with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and telling him, what trauma means for us growing up. It's looking over your shoulder, you know what I'm saying, just on constant alert for threats, thinking danger is so imminent, and just always having a chip on your shoulder. Like you can't even say hi to another black male walking down the street or a Latino male walking down the street without, him feeling some type of way, like you're pushing up on him or you're a threat to him. So he responds with a chip on his shoulder, like, what's up? Like, what's popping? Like those are phrases out here, I don't know who's watching this, but that means, it's, are you ready to fight? What's good? What's popping? So trauma means to me,